Hey, what's going on, man? This is Will Z Titwell with Skybox Conversations, man. The Hoop Pod, where we talk about all things hoops, especially about my favorite two teams in the league, man. The Los Angeles Lakers, and on the college levels, the Arkansas Razorbacks, man. And we're here to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers here today, man, because I truly believe we are about to see what this team is made of. We have a crazy schedule coming up, and I just wanted to come in here and just highlight a few points, man, because I think we're going to truly see again what they're made of, just how deep we really are, just how well JJ can really coach. Because we got a few things going on, man. You got Austin Reeves dealing with injury. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. We'll hear back soon about the MRI, and hopefully, it's nothing. Rui is dealing with some things in his knee. I've been reading up on that, and they say that could be 3 to 6 weeks. Hopefully, it's not that long. They didn't say that officially themselves. He would be out that long, but they say something like that can take that long, depending on the severity of it. So hopefully, it's just a little pain, and it was a little tweak, and hopefully, he can just doctor it up and get back right and be right back in the game. So that's what we're hoping, right? Luka looked a little hobbled. Bron is 40 years old and getting beat the fuck up by Kawhi Leonard and all type of things like that going on. And um, but one thing I can say on the plus side is that despite all the adversity that we've been facing, this team continues to find ways to win, right? This team continues to find ways to pull out tough games, right? Now, granted, some of the wins against even some of these top teams haven't had all their pieces. The Mavs didn't have all their pieces, right? Even the Clippers we beat last night didn't have Norman Powell. But they had Zubac, and that was always a big thing. It's like, how do we play against bigs? And we played pretty damn good so far against bigs because JJ has just been living with so and so, so and so, so and so. You take those shots, we're gonna pack up the paint and make it a living hell for the bigs, and we're gonna live with the results. And if you do make a few, cool. We have enough offensive firepower to go toe to toe with anybody. And even when we were down in that game, you look right back up. Now the Lakers are up 10. And again, I think that's what JJ is hanging his hat on and saying, like, we got enough offensive firepower. We got closers. We got enough people, right? Let's just gamble and live with the results and make the adjustments accordingly based on if so and so is hot, right? Like last night, you letting Chris Dunn take a lot of threes. You're letting Coffee shoot a lot of those threes. You're letting who else was he kind of letting get off? Um, you leaving Ben Simmons wide open. Like you're doing some of these things, and it's like, let's see what happens. And yeah, Chris Dunn hit a few. Coffee couldn't hit the side of a barn. Ben Simmons, we know what's up with that. So it was like he was just looking at the numbers and the logistics and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go with the statistics and I'm gonna go with the stats and I'm gonna see what happens." And good things continue to happen. And so I think that's just great coaching. You know what I'm saying? But this team really reminds me of that 2020 team. And I'm gonna tell you a couple of reasons why. Different reasons. Obviously, we don't have the size that we had, right? Obviously, but you still got a 2 stars, really, really 2 stars, and a great player as a third option. You got a great fourth option. So the true difference is that on that championship team in 2020, you had 2 stars and a bunch of depth. On this team, I guess you essentially still do have 2 stars and a bunch of depth, but the depth is different because on that 2020 team, who could you really say was the third star? Nobody. But at any given night, because we were so deep, anybody could be the third star. On this team, Austin Reeves is the bona fide third star, third option, right? Rui is the bona fide fourth option. And those are some of the best third and fourth options in the league, right? And we know that is a reason for us being who we are. We have shooting, right? We have great coaching, right? Our defense has been impeccable, which is a lot of the things we did in 2020. We had the shooting, we had great coaching from Vogel, we had great defense. We had some dogs. We got some dogs now. You got Trey Jimisons of the world. You got Jordan Goodwins of the world. You got Vandos. You got Dorian Finney-Smith. Those are dogs, right? Braun is a dog, been a dog on defense. Luka's a dog on offense. Like he will kill you. And this is the scary part. We're doing all of these things, winning these ugly games, winning games that maybe we shouldn't win, based off some of the way we're shooting the ball. But because our defense is so on point, because our game plan is so on point, because we have the closers and the scores that we have and the options that we have, even with Austin going down, even with Rui going down, we still winning ugly games. You see what I'm saying? And so there's a lot of similarities to that 2020 team. But I think one of the biggest things is the toughness and the defense and the way in which we communicate on the defensive end. Because in order to play the things that we're playing, the matchup zones, um, um, the different zone coverages that JJ is going to, you got to communicate. You have to understand shifting and positioning and where to be on the floor. And we're getting to those things. Now, I agree. At times, our offense does look a little stagnant. It does look a little lackadaisical at times. The spacing is a little bit off at times. Um, but overall, we still find ways to win. We still find ways to be effective. We still find ways to get the stops that we need when we need them. A lot of things that we would never do in the past, right? Even when we would be winning games and in control, I never used to feel really good until the clock hit zero because I'm like, yeah, we hooping on the offensive end right now. We hitting some tough shot. We working too hard for those shots, and then we can't stop a cold on the other end of the floor. Now, a lot of that was because of the personnel. During, you had D'Lo and the Austin isn't a great defender, so that's getting exposed more because he doesn't have other great defenders around him. Right? Gabe wasn't getting a lot of clock for he was hurt a lot. So it's a combination of things. Gabe Vincent is a great defender. Forgot about him when I talk about dogs. Like you got some dogs around you though, right? And I think we're going to really see what we're made of in the depending on how long Rui is out. Hopefully not long. Depending on if Austin is going to be out for some time, we're going to see what we're really made of, right? We're going to see what we're really made of. And in my personal opinion, I think Rob Pelinka should go ahead and sign Trey Jemison and Jordan Goodwin. Now, I don't, this show isn't about keeping up with the business. So I'm not going to break down numbers and be like, well, this is his contract. And he should, I think you got to make roster spots in order for that to happen, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure what Rob Pelinka is going to do. I know that deadline is coming up. I think it's like, it's coming soon, or it's like, right, it's like really soon. We have to finalize our rosters before the playoffs start. It's in March for sure. But I think you go ahead and sign them dudes because those are two dogs, right? Two hungry people that are trying to make a name for themselves and make a way for themselves in this league, and it's showing on a night to night basis, picking up full court, right? Diving for loose balls, banging and being physical, right? Not letting anybody like bully us, right? Trey Jemison, what did he say the other night? He said, "Man, this our only goal with the bench coming in the game is that you literally have to fight us to win, like literally fight us." That's the energy you want coming from a dude that's on a two-way contract. Which is why I feel like JJ trusts Jordan Goodwins and the Trey Jemisons of the world versus the Alex Lynn and the Shake Milton because they just bring a different energy, right? Um, this team just reminds me a lot of that championship team. Now I'm not going here and just say we're going to win the championship or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I think we access a lot of those same qualities that you need to be a championship caliber team. Great defense, um, superstars, depth, wings, great coaching and strategy, um, leadership, uh, toughness, um, able to win ugly, mucked up games because you can't always go in and expect to just blow people out and dominate people. Sometimes you got to win ugly games. Sometimes you got to win physical games, and you're gonna probably play some physical teams, and that are gonna try to out physical you because they think that the Lakers aren't at their best when you be physical with them. And in the past, it's proven to be true, which is why I feel like we lost to Detroit in this regular season 2 times because they were physical. Jalen Duren was physical. Isaiah Stewart was physical. Right. Ron Holland and all of those young dudes were physical. Tobias Harris was physical. Um, and we didn't take them serious. And so, yeah, I wholeheartedly believe that. But I think we can match that now. I think we've learned from those mistakes and we can match that now. And I don't really see a team in the West that we can't beat, if I'm being honest. All right. Like I said, I think the Mavs will give us trouble if they're healthy because they have so much size and depth. But I have to think about this too. there have been so many occasions when AD was on our team where we knew he was supposed to be the best player on the floor, but he would sometimes shrink. He would sometimes go into these slumps where he would finish the game where, yeah, you had 3 blocks and 15 rebounds and all of the things, but you only had 12 points. All right. You only had 15 points on 7 of 20 shooting or whatever. Like, he used to have nights like that. He'd be like, you need more from your supposed to be number one option, but really your number two. You still need more. Um, and again, I think the scariest part is that we're hooping like this without Luka. But I think we could beat anybody, man. And I even include the Mavs in that because of what I just said about AD. Now, Kyrie gonna get his. Now, if AD can turn the clock and be that a dude that can go get you 40 and 50 like he was doing in New Orleans or when he first got to the Lakers, oh, we can have a different conversation. But I feel like he got to show that first because I don't know. He should shrink at times. He should shrink at times, man. But we were about to see what this team is made of. I'm excited to see what this team is made of as we continue to build on this thing and play the Clippers again. I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I'm excited to see what we can do, man, and where we can go from there. But y'all just want to come on here and get my point of view on that and get my take on that, man. Y'all know how much I love y'all. Be sure to like, subscribe to this video, and we'll see y'all on the next one. All right, peace.